The NHS is preparation himself for a bad flu time of year. One of the strains circulatory the year, HR3N2, has been duplicated Australian flu since it is the identical tension how newly inflicted big problems for Australia. Australia's 2017 flu time of year was the lowest the nation had skilled in almost 10 years. Expert are wait to see if such will occur in the UK, following a latter growth in cases. Each winter down there are a few strains circulatory and Australian flu or HR3N2 is fair one of them. It is an flu a viral infection how appears to reason more than harsh infections in youthful family and the old. Largest human beings will restore in on a 1 week and winty requirement any particular treat, separately of a bit of bed otherwise, several acetaminophen or ibuprofen and potable lot of fluids. But for several, the really ancient, really youthful or human beings in before existing public health facility such as cardiac illness, flu can be fatal. The UK is vision a mix of flu types circulatory consisting flu B as so as the HR3N2 tension. HR3N2 is not brand new. It was about recent winter too much. Any tension of influenza, consisting HR3N2, can be hazardous for human beings who are sensitive to it. Expertise of recent winter suggests the old are a top hazard team for HR3N2 flu viruses are taking into account various names relying on their kind, A, B and C. A is normally the largest severe time C is normally a softer contagion. They can be future divided onto the protein food how they conduct on their shallow. These are named H and N antigens. Clinic admissions and GP visits for flu include seen a abrupt growth departure in 2018, but are yet compared to the early winter and are anywhere close as top as in 2008-09 while the pig flu pandemia hit the UK. Nickname Finn, Intermediate Vice CEO for Domestic Contagion Facility at Social Public Health England, told, influenza operation, as measurable by a quantity of various system, has extended to growth in the recent 1 week or couple. The is to be anticipated as the time of year progresses, and time, no two flu change of seasons are the identical, the numbers are to keep to in early year. We will go on to vigorously display flu operation and we are work close in NHS England to supporting their job setting measures in location to supervise capacity increases in regional and domestic flu operation. The vaccination is intended to defend versus the kind of flu circulatory in any taking into account time of year. Each year, the Planet Public Health Organization reviews the world position and recommends that flu strains should go in the vaccination to be made for the next time of year. The year's flu jab is intended to defend versus HR3N2 as so as some strains. Vaccine is the top protect we include versus influenza. But flu is unexpected. Flu viruses always change and changing, so it is a driving goal to struggle. Social Public Health England says common efficiency of the flu vaccination is 40 to 60%, that tool how for each 100 human beings grafted, among 40 and 60 will be secured. At hazard human beings are informed to include yearly flu jabs since flu strains can changing of year to year. Advantage protect of the flu vaccination may diminish following on 6 months. Adults elderly above 65, pregnant woman female and such in main public health facility are informed to get a complimentary flu shot. A flu nose hairspray is accessible complimentary to youthful family, who are mined to be the major spreaders of influenza. In general, present flu vaccines tend to job superior versus flu B and flu 1/H1N1 viruses rather than HR3N2, onto US expert at the Centers for Illness Monitoring and Preventive. And he's already named how flu vaccines may job less than so in old human beings since they include weaker immunity system. Dr. Richard Peabody, of Social Public Health England, told, the time of year's flu vaccination should be provided sensible protect, such to recent winter. Recent year the vaccination did not offer rather as nice protect for the old for HR3N2 how's thing how we are observer close to see if it is and question the winter. How the vaccines are done might as well define their efficiency, on to study. Flu vaccines utilized in the UK and in lot some components of the planet are now grown up in chick eggs, and the trial can be cunning. While they proven the vaccination in animals and humans, they found the HR3N2 portion did a fractional job of defending versus the tension of influenza. The vaccination had 20 to 30% efficiency versus HR3N2. Expert distress: the is yet our top defense versus the viral infection. And the jab provides great protect versus some flu strains. A representative of Social Public Health England told, though we would love the to be high, the is yet a really precious standard of protect versus which can be a unpleasant and occasionally fatal disease. Expert encourage how all such who are acceptable for a complementary flu jab on the NHS should get up the propose. If you wish to defend oneself versus flu and thou not in one of the groups, you can buy the flu jab of top road pharmacies. Human beings who can get it for complimentary of the NHS involve, a flu nose hairspray is accessible to 2 and 3-year-olds and several family at initial high school. Frontline public health and public thoroughness workers are as well acceptable to get the flu vaccination. Flu symptoms go on really rapidly and can involve, if you evolve flash trunk ache, include challenge respiratory, or begin cough up bloodstream, urge 999 or go to ONENE. See yours GP if flu is really communicable and readily distribution to some human beings. Thou more than potential to offer it to other in the at first 5 days. Flu is distribution by pathogenic microbes of coughs and sneezes that can dwell on hands and surfaces for 24 several hours. To bring the hazard of propagating influenza.